All right, welcome on in everyone to another episode of First CSP, a channel dedicated to bringing you the first council shoulder patch issued from each council in Scouting America, both past and present. Today we're going to take a look at Santa Lucia Area 56 out of California. This council was originally formed in 1939 as a name change from San Luis Obispo County 56, and then lasted up until 1993 when it merged with Mission to form Los Padres 53. In more recent collecting guides, they have merged all the former variations of the first issue into just T1. However, in former collecting guides and older collecting guides, they had separated the T1 into variants of T1A, B, and C. We have all three of those to take a look at today. So we're going to head on over to the patch table and show you, starting with the T1A from Santa Lucia. With its dark blue border, this is listed as a light blue background with inner ocean scene, brown letters that vary in shade. So the main distinction between these three, T1A, B, and C, is going to be the color that the background is listed. So we have the T1A as listed as light blue, the T1B listed as pale blue, which is usually always the lightest color, and then the T1C, which is just listed as blue. So here we have, starting off, the T1A is a gauze cloth back patch. Try and move this up to the top, and then we'll get the T1B on here next. The T1B, listed as pale blue, does look considerably lighter in color. Again, it is listed as dark blue border, pale blue background with inner ocean scene, brown letters. You say again, the brown letters vary in shade. Back here we can see is also gauze cloth back for the T1B. So the T1A we have as light blue, the T1B we have as pale blue, and we have a T1C which is just listed as blue. We would expect that to be the darkest. We'll put that one just over the top here. That is our T1C, which is just blue. So this is light blue, this is blue. Again, that's pale blue. Taking a look at the back here on the T1C, also gauze cloth back. Kind of set that out to the side so you can see the differences there. We've got light blue, pale blue for the T1B, and the T1C is listed as blue. They then went on to the T2s, which also have three variations, T2, A, B, and C. What they do with the T2s is they add BSA to the end here. We don't happen to have any of the T2s in our collection. We do have the S3. I'm sorry, the S4. S3 is has a red 50 on it, was produced for 1983 specifically. And then the S4 also looks like those twos where they add BSA at the end, except this obviously is not a twill patch. So if you were looking for T2s, they're going to kind of look like this, except they'd be twill instead of being sewn, where they have that same inner ocean scene, but they've added BSA at the end. This happens to be an S4. There is an S3 that has a red 50 on it as well. This was at some point sold at the council store for $1.80. Don't you wish you could get those prices back? But again, as far as the first three, the T1A, T1B, T1C, those are the first patches. Again, nowadays the collecting guide treats all three of these as just T1. They're all just T1. So we always like to provide you with as much information as possible. Hopefully you have found that to be helpful, or at least entertaining. We're back again tomorrow with another brand new episode of First CSP. We hope you have enjoyed this one. If so, feel free to give it a like, subscribe, and share if you have not. And if you've got more information on this or any of our previous episodes, always feel free to contribute in the comments below. We have a lot of great collectors that do, so please make a habit. Check out the comments. There's some cool stuff that people relate to help with additional information either on the council's history, the history of the patch that was produced, all of those kinds of things. It's great that we're able to consolidate the information from so many people where it's historically preserved in one place, and we're really proud and honored to be able to do that in part with our channel. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. We will be back tomorrow. Until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.